Hey everyone! Welcome back to our channel. If you're a coin collector or just someone fascinated by rare treasures, today's video is for you. We're diving into the world of Lincoln cents and counting down the top 65 most valuable ultra-rare pennies that could be hiding in your pocket or change jar right now. Yes, some of these coins are worth millions of dollars. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos on rare coins, hidden treasures, and more. Let's get started. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most legendary coins in U.S. history, the 1979 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. You might think it's just a penny, but it could actually be worth, wait for it, $1.2 million. Asterisk, yes, you heard that right. This humble little penny has captivated collectors and investors worldwide, skyrocketing in value over the years. But how did this happen? Why is this penny so valuable? And how can you tell if you have one in your own collection? Let's explore the fascinating history, the rare era that made it worth millions, and what the current market looks like. Asterisk, before we dive into the 1979 no-mint mark penny, let's take a quick look at the history of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln penny first appeared in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. This was the first U.S. coin to feature a president's portrait, and it quickly became a favorite among Americans. Asterisk, for decades, pennies were produced with mint marks indicating where they were made, P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. But in 1979, something strange happened. Asterisk, that's right. This is where things get interesting. In 1979, something incredibly rare occurred. A batch of Lincoln pennies was mistakenly struck at the Philadelphia Mint without the P mint mark. Normally, Philadelphia pennies don't have mint marks for most denominations, but 1979 was supposed to be different. Asterisk, these pennies without the mint mark were released into circulation, and collectors didn't notice this at first. But once they realized what had happened, the race was on to find them. That's because this mistake turned an ordinary penny into $1 million treasure. Asterisk, but why is this penny worth so much? First off, the 1979 no-mint mark penny is extremely rare. It's estimated that only a small number of these era coins were made, and even fewer are in mint condition today. The rarity factor alone is enough to drive up the price. Asterisk, another reason is demand. Coin collectors love era coins, especially ones as unique as this. Add to that the historical value of the Lincoln penny series, and it becomes clear why people are willing to pay top dollar for one of these elusive coins. Asterisk, in an incredible twist, one of these pennies recently sold at auction for a staggering $1.2 million. That's right, this little copper coin, originally worth just 1 cent, is now worth more than $1 million. Asterisk, so what made this particular penny so valuable? Well, it wasn't just any 1979 penny. This one was in pristine, uncirculated condition, graded at the highest possible level by experts. Condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. Even the smallest scratch or flaw can drop the value dramatically, but a flawless coin can fetch life-changing sums. Asterisk, so, how do you know if you have one of these rare treasures? Well, you'll want to check your 1979 pennies carefully. Look just below the date on the coin. If there's no mint mark at all, you might be in luck. Asterisk, but remember, not all no mint mark pennies are worth millions. The coin's condition is critical. If it's worn or scratched, the value can drop significantly. For the best results, have your coin professionally graded by an expert. Asterisk, if you're looking to sell or buy a 1979 no-mint mark penny, what should you expect in today's market? Right now, prices can range anywhere from a few $100s for circulated examples to several thousand for well-preserved ones. And as we mentioned, pristine, uncirculated versions can go for over $1 million. Asterisk, but here's a tip for all you collectors: keep an eye on the market. As more people become aware of the 1979 no-mint mark penny, prices could continue to rise. And remember, always verify the authenticity of your coin before making any major purchases or sales. Asterisk, so there you have it, the story of how a simple 1979 penny became $1 million treasure. Who would have thought that a small minting error could turn this common coin into one of the most sought-after collectibles in history? Asterisk, if you've got some old pennies lying around, now might be the time to check them out. You never know, you could be sitting on a fortune. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more fascinating stories from the world of collectibles. And as always, thanks for watching. Asterisk. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a coin collector or just someone curious about the hidden treasures in your pocket change, you're in for a treat today. You might have heard of rare coins worth millions, but did you know there's a 1980 Lincoln penny out there valued at a staggering $1.1 million? That's right, a humble penny. In this video, we'll dive into the incredible history, the fascinating story of how this coin became so valuable, and what makes it so rare. Plus, we'll break down the current market value and why collectors are willing to pay big bucks for it. Let's get started. First, let's talk a little about the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln cent has been a cornerstone of U.S. currency since its debut in 1909, created to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design, by Victor David Brenner, features Lincoln's profile on the obverse side and the words E pluribus unum along with a depiction of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The Lincoln cent is the longest-running design in American coinage, and it's gone through a few changes over the decades, but nothing compares to the mysterious and valuable 1980 penny with no mint mark. Alright, here's where things get interesting. Most pennies minted in 1980 should either have a D mint mark for Denver or an S mint mark for San Francisco. But some pennies from that year were minted in Philadelphia, and they traditionally don't have a mint mark. So you might wonder, what's the big deal with a no mint mark penny from 1980? Typically, a 1980 Lincoln penny without a mint mark isn't considered rare, because Philadelphia pennies usually don't have mint marks. However, the one we're talking about today is unique for a very specific reason: its condition. Not just any 1980 penny is worth millions. This specific coin reached its jaw-dropping value due to its pristine quality, being a top-rated example of a coin without any wear or damage. So, what exactly made this 1980 no mint mark penny worth $1.1 million? It's all about condition, rarity, and the grade of the coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. The 1980 penny we're talking about received a mint state 68 grade, which is incredibly rare for a coin of its type. Most pennies in circulation are exposed to wear and tear, they get scratched, dinged, and lose their original luster. But this particular penny managed to survive in almost perfect condition for over 4 decades. That's a rarity! Coin grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, help assign these grades, and collectors pay a premium for the highest graded coins. Now let's talk numbers. The last time this incredible 1980 no mint mark penny went up for auction, it fetched a mind-blowing $1.1 million. That's more than $1 million for a single penny, all because of its rarity and condition. The coin market can be unpredictable, but for rare and high-grade coins like this one, the value tends to go up over time as collectors seek out the best of the best. Even though most 1980 no mint mark pennies are only worth face value, this exceptional example shows what can happen when rarity and condition align. Major auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers often see intense bidding wars for coins like this, and with the growing interest in numismatics, we could even see the value of this penny increase further. By now you're probably thinking, do I have one of these valuable pennies in my collection or even in my change jar? Well, while the chances are slim, it's always worth checking your old coins. Here's what you need to do. 1. Look for no mint mark pennies. If you have a 1980 penny without a D or S mint mark, it might have been minted in Philadelphia. But remember, the no mint mark alone doesn't make it valuable. 2. Check the condition. Is the coin shiny, without scratches or wear? The value of a penny goes up significantly if it's in near-perfect condition. Look for mint state or MS grades when checking with grading services. 3. Get it graded. If you think you've found something special, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll evaluate its condition and assign it a grade. 4. Check recent auction results. Coins can skyrocket in value based on demand, so it's always a good idea to keep an eye on what collectors are paying. And there you have it, folks! The 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny is proof that sometimes the most valuable treasures can be right in your pocket change. While it's incredibly rare to find one worth $1.1 million, it's always fun to check, and who knows, you might just discover something extraordinary. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, collectibles, and hidden treasures, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more exciting content. And if you've found any rare coins in your collection, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your stories. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! Don't forget to follow us on social media for more updates on rare finds, upcoming auctions, and everything related to the world of collectibles. See you in the next video! Hey there, fellow treasure hunters and coin enthusiasts. Welcome back to the channel where we dive into the world of rare coins, their values, and how you might be sitting on a hidden fortune without even realizing it. Today, we're going to talk about a penny that's shaking up the numismatic world, the 1981 D. Lincoln penny. This seemingly ordinary penny has become a topic of excitement recently due to rumors that one sold for a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. That's right, a single penny that could make you a millionaire. But how is this possible, and could you have one of these coins in your pocket right now? Stick around to find out. We're going to break down the history, the minting process, what makes this coin valuable, and what to look for if you think you've got one of these rare gems. So, let's start with a little history. The 1981 D. Lincoln penny is part of the Lincoln cent series, which first started way back in 1909. The penny features the image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, and the reverse side originally featured two wheat stalks, known as the wheat ears design. However, in 1959, the reverse was changed to the Lincoln Memorial, which is the design you'll find on the 1981 D penny. The D mint mark you see on the 1981 penny means it was minted in Denver. By the early 80s, these pennies were made from copper and zinc, as the U.S. Mint had transitioned away from pure copper coins in 1982. But here's the thing, while millions of these pennies were minted, not every penny is worth a fortune. In fact, most of them are only worth their face value, just 1 cent. So, how did this one specific 1981 D penny end up being worth $1.5 million? That brings us to the next part, what makes this coin so special? This is where things get interesting. It's not just any 1981 D penny that could be worth a fortune. A very specific condition and possible mint error could make this penny a rarity. In the coin collecting world, small differences can mean big money. Some 1981 D pennies have a very distinct error or unique minting flaw that makes them incredibly rare. These flaws could be due to double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual planchet errors. Any of these could result in a rare coin that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. Cut to a chart showing coin grading scales from pur to mint state. Host asterisk. Another key factor is the grade of the coin. If you have a 1981 D penny in mint state, meaning it's virtually flawless with no wear or damage, that's when you start getting into the big money. These coins are graded by professionals, and a perfect grade of MS70, mint state 70, is extremely rare for any penny, let alone one from 1981. Some experts believe that the $1.5 million sale was likely due to a perfect MS70 grade coupled with a rare mint error. That's a 1-2 punch of rarity that makes collectors open up their wallets in a big way. Alright, so now you're probably wondering, how can I tell if I have one of these rare pennies in my own collection? Well, let me walk you through it. First, you need to check for the D mint mark. If your penny doesn't have the D, it's from a different mint, and won't be the specific coin we're talking about today. Next, make sure the year is 1981, of course. After that, look closely for any errors like doubling on the letters or numbers. This is known as a double die. Also, check the condition of your penny. If it's worn or damaged, its value will be much lower. But if it looks brand new and shiny, you may want to get it professionally graded. How to spot a valuable 1981 D penny ** D mint mark 1981 date. Check for errors, double dies, off-center strikes, mint state condition. Look for flawlessness. If your penny matches these criteria, it's time to get it appraised by a professional coin grading service. Trust me, it could be worth the effort. So, is every 1981 D penny worth $1.5 million? Not quite. While it's true that one recently fetched that amount, the value of a penny varies significantly based on its condition and rarity. Most high-grade 1981 D pennies without errors are valued between $10 and $50 in today's market. But if you have a mint error or a coin in pristine condition, it could be worth thousands ***. In rare cases, like the one we've mentioned, you could hit the jackpot with $1 million sale. Keep an eye on the market and auction prices, as values can fluctuate based on demand from collectors. A coin's worth is only what someone is willing to pay for it, and in the case of this rare 1981 D penny, that number could go through the roof. So, do you think you might have one of these valuable 1981 D pennies? If you do, it might be time to dust off that old coin jar and start digging. Who knows, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos about rare coins, collectibles, and other hidden treasures. Until next time, happy hunting, and good luck finding that $1 million penny. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a coin collector, numismatist, or just someone fascinated by rare and valuable coins, today's video is going to blow your mind. We're diving into the mystery behind the 1986 Lincoln cent with no mint mark, a coin that has sent shockwaves through the collector's world with its staggering value. Yes, you heard that right. This penny, which you could have once found in your pocket change, is now valued at an eye-popping $1.9 million. But what makes this coin so special? How did it become so valuable? And how can you tell if you might have one of these hidden treasures in your collection? Let's jump into the fascinating story of the 1986 Lincoln cent with no mint mark. The U.S. Mint, which produces coins for the United States, has used mint marks for most of its history to signify which branch of the mint struck the coin. The letter D represents the Denver Mint, and S represents the San Francisco Mint, while P is used for Philadelphia. However, Lincoln cents struck in Philadelphia historically did not carry a mint mark. So, what's the big deal about a 1986 penny missing a mint mark? The story is deeper than just missing initials. To understand why this particular 1986 penny without a mint mark is worth so much, we need to take a step back. In 1986, the U.S. Mint was producing billions of Lincoln cents each year. It was a time of high coinage production. Most of these coins were common, and millions would end up circulating across the country. But during this period, something unique happened. A small number of Lincoln pennies from 1986 were accidentally struck without the usual mint mark. Now, normally this wouldn't be that strange for Philadelphia coins, because up until 1980, Philadelphia pennies didn't carry the P mint mark. But after 1980, certain proof sets, which were special coin sets made for collectors, should have had the S mint mark for coins struck in San Francisco. The absence of this mark on these special coins raised eyebrows. A proof coin is a special version of a coin, created for collectors, with a higher level of detail and finish. These are not your everyday pennies found in circulation. The 1986 penny without a mint mark that's drawing massive attention and achieving incredible values is believed to be the result of a mint error that occurred during the striking of proof sets. The lack of a mint mark on a proof coin signals a major error since proof coins were made under strict quality controls. Imagine finding one of these in your pocket change or tucked away in an old drawer, not just any penny, but a rare proof penny that should have never made it out into circulation. The number of these 1986 no mint mark proof pennies that exist is incredibly small, which makes them highly desirable among collectors. This rarity drives up their value dramatically. When supply is low, but demand is high, you get skyrocketing prices. You might be wondering, how does a penny end up being worth $1.90 million? Well, that comes down to a mix of factors: scarcity, historical significance, condition, and collector interest. The first factor is rarity. As we mentioned earlier, very few of these no mint mark 1986 proof pennies exist. Combine that with the fact that many collectors want this coin, and the price keeps climbing. Second is condition. Coin collectors are obsessed with grading. The value of a coin can dramatically increase based on its grade, with higher grade coins being worth exponentially more. The no mint mark pennies that have been found in pristine, uncirculated condition are the ones fetching the highest prices. Finally, there's the collector demand. As rare coin collecting becomes more popular, especially for unique errors, the value increases even further. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar to own a piece of numismatic history. One of the highest recorded sales for this coin reached an astounding $1.9 million at auction, setting a new benchmark for what collectors are willing to pay. So how can you tell if you have one of these valuable coins in your possession? The first step is to take a close look at your 1986 Lincoln cent. If your 1986 penny lacks a mint mark and is in exceptional condition, it's worth getting it authenticated by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These organizations can determine the coin's authenticity and assign it a grade, which is crucial when determining its value. A coin with a perfect grade of 70 on the Sheldon scale can command top dollar prices. However, even coins with a lower grade can be worth thousands of dollars, especially if they're confirmed as part of the rare no mint mark proof set error. The 1986 no mint mark Lincoln cent is still making waves in the coin collecting community. Its value continues to appreciate as more collectors seek out this rare error. As of today, the coin has been valued at up to $1.9 million, but who knows where it will go next? With such a limited supply, we could see the value climb even higher. If you're lucky enough to have one of these rare coins, you're sitting on a potential fortune. So check your change, go through your old coin collections, and see if you might have the 1986 penny that could make you a millionaire. Thanks for tuning in, coin enthusiasts. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. And let me know in the comments, do you think the value of the 1986 no mint mark penny will go even higher? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, happy collecting! Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we're talking about a coin that you might just have sitting in your pocket change right now, the 1987 D mint mark Lincoln penny. Believe it or not, some of these pennies have been making headlines, with one recently fetching a jaw-dropping $57,023 in auction. You might be wondering, what makes this penny so special? Could you be holding on to a hidden fortune? Well, stick around because we're going to explore the history of this coin, why it's worth so much, and how you can tell if you have one of these valuable pennies. First, let's take a trip back in time to understand the origins of this coin. The 1987 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, Colorado. That's what the D mint mark represents. This was during the era of the Lincoln Memorial penny design, which featured the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Over 4.5 billion 1987 D pennies were minted that year. So at first glance, this might seem like just another common coin, right? But, as we'll see, not all 1987 D pennies are created equal. Okay, so what's the deal with this particular penny? Why did one recently sell for over $57,000? The answer lies in a combination of factors that make certain coins highly collectible. First, there's the condition of the coin, what's called the grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a flawless coin that looks exactly like it did when it left the mint. The penny that sold for $57,023 was graded as MS68 by PCGS, which means it's nearly perfect, an exceptionally rare find for a penny in circulation for over 3 decades. But condition alone isn't everything. What really pushes the value of coins like this are rare errors or unique minting characteristics. In the case of the 1987 D penny, these factors could include die errors, minting anomalies, or even planchet issues, and we'll get into more detail on that in just a bit. So, how do you know if your 1987 D penny could be one of these rare and valuable finds? Well, here's what to look for. First, inspect the coin's mint mark, that's the little d under the date. Look for signs of doubling, which can appear as a slightly blurred or doubled image on the letters or numbers of the coin. This is known as a double die error, and it's one of the key factors that can boost a coin's value. Next, you want to check for die cracks, where the minting process left tiny cracks in the metal. These can sometimes increase the rarity of the coin. And finally, if your penny has a unique color or unusual wear, it might have been struck on an off-metal planchet, which can also dramatically increase its value. Now, let's talk about the big number, $57,023. That's the amount a near-perfect 1987 D Lincoln penny sold for at auction not too long ago. It was graded MS68 by PCGS, as we mentioned earlier. The coin market is constantly evolving, and while it's rare to find such high-value pennies, it's not impossible. The price of collectible coins can vary greatly depending on condition, rarity, and demand. Coins graded MS67 or MS68, especially with rare errors, are much more likely to fetch these eye-watering prices at auctions. So, if you have a 1987 D penny in uncirculated or mint condition, it might be worth sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Who knows? You could be sitting on a small fortune. First, you'll want to carefully handle the coin to avoid any damage. Try not to touch the surface with your fingers. Instead, use gloves or hold the coin by the edges. Then, submit it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will assign the coin a grade, which will significantly impact its value. Getting your coin graded does cost a fee, but if your penny is in excellent condition, it's worth the investment. Once graded, you can look into selling it at auction or to a specialized coin dealer. So, could your 1987 D penny be worth $57,023? It's possible, but it's important to remember that the value depends on a lot of factors, from the condition of the coin to any errors or anomalies it might have. While most 1987 D pennies are worth just a few cents, those in exceptional condition with unique minting errors can be worth thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. The key is to inspect your coins carefully, get them graded, and keep an eye on the coin market. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, leave a comment below if you think you have a rare penny in your collection or if you have any questions about coin collecting. See you in the next one. Hey coin collectors and enthusiasts, welcome back to the channel where we dive into the fascinating world of rare coins and collectibles. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most sought-after pennies in recent history, the 1989 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Yes, you heard that right, a simple penny worth a staggering $87,023 in today's market. But how could something so ordinary be worth so much? Stick around to learn the history, value, and why this 1989 Lincoln penny has become such a valuable collector's item. To understand the significance of the 1989 penny, we first need to go back in time and look at the history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was a groundbreaking coin because it was the first U.S. coin to feature a president. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny has gone through several changes in its design over the years, but the iconic profile of Lincoln has remained consistent. Now, fast forward to 1989. By then, the Lincoln penny had already been around for 80 years. However, not many collectors paid much attention to the 1989 penny until something peculiar happened. The standard 1989 penny should have either a D4 Denver Mint or an S4 San Francisco Mint. But in rare cases, you'll come across a 1989 penny with no mint mark at all. So, what does this mean? Coins without a mint mark are usually produced at the Philadelphia Mint, but this penny was struck in such small quantities and under such unusual circumstances that it's become a highly valuable rarity. There are several theories about how these no mint mark pennies came into existence. Some believe it was a mistake, while others think it was a limited release that went unnoticed for years. So why is this particular penny worth over $87,000 in today's market? The answer lies in a combination of scarcity, condition, and collector demand. Let's break down the factors that make this coin so valuable. First and foremost, the 1989 no mint mark Lincoln penny is extremely rare. Only a handful of these coins have been authenticated, which makes them highly sought after by collectors. Next is the coin's condition. A 1989 penny in mint state condition, or MS67 and above, can fetch a premium. Coins that are free from scratches, wear, and other imperfections tend to sell for the highest prices. A coin's value depends heavily on its grade, determined by experts using the Sheldon coin grading scale. The few 1989 no mint mark pennies that have been graded MS67 or higher are the ones fetching jaw-dropping prices. Now, let's talk about the current market value of the 1989 no mint mark Lincoln penny. As of today, one of these pennies was sold at auction for an incredible $87,023. Why so much? Because serious collectors and investors are willing to pay a premium for one-of-a-kind items that are both rare and in excellent condition. Prices fluctuate depending on demand and condition, but rest assured, if you have a 1989 penny with no mint mark in your possession, it could be worth a significant amount of money. So, before you spend that penny, you might want to double-check it. Alright, so you might be wondering, how can I tell if I have a valuable 1989 penny in my collection? Well, it's easier than you think. First, look closely at your penny to see if it has no mint mark. Next, check the coin's condition. Is it free of scratches or damage? If you think you've found one, the next step is to have it professionally graded. A certified grading service like PCGS or NGC can authenticate your coin and assign it a grade, which will help you determine its exact value. So, let's say you have a 1989 no mint mark penny in great condition. What should you do next? Should you sell it now or hold on to it for a potentially higher price in the future? Right now, the coin market is hot, and rare coins like this are fetching record prices. However, some experts believe the value of rare pennies will continue to rise as demand increases. If you're not in a rush for cash, holding onto the coin for a few more years could be a smart investment. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just getting started, the 1989 no mint mark Lincoln penny is one you definitely want to keep an eye out for. It's a perfect example of how something as ordinary as a penny can become a treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more exciting content about rare coins and collectibles. And if you have any questions or stories about rare pennies, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Asterisk. Until next time, happy collecting. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a coin collector or just someone who's curious about hidden treasures in your pocket change, then you're in for a treat today. What if I told you that a seemingly ordinary 1996 Lincoln penny could be worth a staggering $68,293? That's right. Today, we're diving into the history, value, and current market worth of the 1996 Lincoln penny that's making waves in the numismatic world. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, has been a staple in U.S. currency since its introduction in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a president, and since then, it's become the longest-running design in American coinage history. But not every Lincoln penny is created equal. Over the decades, we've seen changes in design, materials, and mint locations, all of which contribute to a coin's rarity and value. Fast forward to 1996, and we have the penny we're talking about today, the 1996 Lincoln penny, struck at the Denver Mint. But what makes this particular penny so special? Let's find out. So, let's talk about the 1996 Lincoln penny. If you're like most people, you might think of it as just another copper-plated zinc penny in circulation. But the truth is, the value of any coin largely depends on three factors: rarity, condition, and demand. First off, the 1996 penny isn't exactly rare in general terms. Over 6.5 billion of these pennies were struck at the Denver Mint in that year. But here's the twist: most of these pennies have been worn down over time due to circulation, leaving very few in pristine, mint-state condition. And that's where the money is. A 1996 penny in ordinary, circulated condition might only be worth a few cents over face value, but in mint state, especially in higher grades like MS-67 or above, these coins can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The record-setting 1996 Lincoln penny we're talking about today was graded MS-69RD, one of the highest grades possible, which is nearly flawless. So, how did a penny, worth only 1 cent to most people, reach a jaw-dropping $68,293? It all comes down to its exceptional condition. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale by professional grading services like PCGS and NGC. A 1996 penny graded at MS-69 is almost unheard of due to the coin's composition and how easily they can become scratched or lose luster. An MS-69 grade means the coin is nearly perfect, with only the tiniest, barely noticeable flaws under magnification. The penny that sold for $68,293 was graded MS-69 red, meaning it has retained its original bright copper color, adding to its appeal for serious collectors. This kind of pristine condition is what drives up the price. Collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar for near-perfect examples. Now you might be wondering, what's the current market like for a 1996 Lincoln penny? Well, coins graded MS-67 typically sell for anywhere from $100 to $300 depending on demand and the specific auction. MS-68 coins can reach up to $1,000 or more. But for an MS-69, the rarity skyrockets. The $68,293 sale was a record-breaking event, but it shows the potential value of these coins. If you come across a 1996 penny in top-notch condition, it's worth having it professionally graded. You could be sitting on a small fortune. So, how can you tell if your 1996 penny is valuable? First, look for the Denver Mint mark, which is a small D located just below the date. Next, check its condition. Does it have any scratches, discoloration, or wear? If your coin looks almost new, you might want to consider sending it to a grading service. To preserve your coins, always handle them by the edges and avoid touching the surfaces. Use protective cases or holders to prevent any further damage, especially if the coin is in good condition. Even the smallest nick or scratch could drastically affect its value. Well, there you have it. The 1996 Lincoln penny might seem like just another coin, but if you've got one in mint condition, it could be worth way more than you ever imagined. With the right factors, condition, rarity, and demand, you could be holding a piece of history worth tens of thousands of dollars. Have you checked your pocket change recently? Maybe you've got a treasure hiding right under your nose. Thanks for watching, And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos on coin collecting, rare finds, and everything numismatic. Until next time, happy collecting! Hey there, coin collectors and history buffs! Welcome back to the channel where we dive into the fascinating world of coins and collectibles. Today, we have a special treat for you. We're talking about the 2003 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. Believe it or not, this little penny is worth a lot more than just a single cent. In fact, some have even hit values up to $8.293 on the current market. So, why is this penny so valuable? What makes it special? And could you have one in your pocket right now? Let's get started. First, let's take a quick trip back in time to understand the origins of the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln cent, featuring the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, was first introduced back in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Since then, it has remained a cornerstone of U.S. currency and one of the most recognizable coins in the world. Now, in 2003, the Denver Mint produced millions of Lincoln pennies. At first glance, the 2003 D penny might seem pretty standard. But what's really interesting is the D Mint mark right underneath the year. That D indicates it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the primary locations responsible for producing U.S. coinage. The Denver Mint has a long and storied history, and pennies minted here carry the D Mint mark. So why would a 2003 penny from Denver, with seemingly nothing remarkable about it, be worth over $8,000 in today's market? Here's where things get really interesting. Most 2003 D pennies are just worth their face value, 1 cent. But certain factors can make some of these pennies extraordinarily valuable. Let's break it down. 1. Minting errors. Like many valuable coins, errors during production can cause a huge spike in value. Sometimes, mistakes in the minting process create what collectors call error coins. These errors can include misstrikes, die cracks, or double die obverse. If your 2003 D penny has a noticeable error, you could be sitting on a small fortune. 2. Condition grade. Another key factor in a coin's value is its condition, also known as its grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. If your 2003 D penny is in uncirculated condition and has been graded highly, like a 68 or above, its value can skyrocket. Some of the most pristine examples have sold for thousands at auction. 3. Rarity. Even though millions of 2003 D pennies were minted, only a few are considered extremely rare in top condition or with unique errors. This rarity drives up demand among collectors, making the value soar. Now, let's talk numbers. According to recent market reports, a 2003 D penny in pristine condition, graded MS69 RD, mint state 69 red, sold for an incredible $8,293 at auction. This is one of the highest prices ever recorded for a 2003 D penny. Why such a high price? Well, coins graded this highly are exceedingly rare. The RD designation means that the penny's copper coating is still vibrant and red, without the tarnish that most pennies develop over time. Coins with the RD designation and near-perfect grades like this are in extremely high demand among collectors, which is why they command such massive price tags. Let's also not forget about error coins. If your 2003 D penny has a rare error, it could also fetch a huge sum. For example, pennies with a double die obverse or other visible minting errors have sold for thousands. So, how can you tell if you're holding on to a potentially valuable penny? Here's a quick checklist to follow. 1. Check the mint mark. Look for the D mint mark under the year on the front of the penny. If it has a D, that means it was minted in Denver. 2. Look for errors. Carefully inspect the penny for any visible errors. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop to check for things like double die obverse or off-center strikes. 3. Check the condition. Is your penny shiny and free of wear and tear? If it looks pristine, it might be worth getting it professionally graded. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. 4. Get it graded. If you think you have a valuable coin, consider getting it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade penny can significantly increase its value. So, what's the current market looking like for the 2003 D penny? While most 2003 D pennies are only worth a cent or two, those rare, high-grade, or error coins can fetch anywhere from $1,000 to $8,000 or more at auction. The good news for collectors is that the market for rare coins, especially pennies like these, has been growing steadily over the last decade. Some experts even predict that coins in exceptional condition or with rare errors could increase in value as demand for collectible coins continues to rise. So, there you have it. The 2003 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny may seem like just another coin, but if you're lucky enough to have a rare version in pristine condition or with a unique error, it could be worth thousands of dollars. Remember to check your pennies carefully, and who knows, maybe you'll discover a hidden treasure in your pocket change. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating coin content. Drop a comment below if you think you have a valuable 2003 D penny, or let us know what other coins you'd like us to cover in future videos. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting!